Alright, today on Dadcraft we're going to see why a mob farm is really good for you. I've got set up here that I'm going to show you a couple of things. Now we've seen the mob farm. Remember, it's a really tall tower with water. The mobs step off a platform into the water, go down a large tube, and collect on a base where they can't see me. I can whack them with a sword. Their items drop down into a sorting system. But let's see what happens when we run this overnight. I've got here a safe room that I've built. It's only 2 blocks high, and it leads down into the underground here where the sorting mechanism is, and I've emptied out the other stuff chest. And the other stuff is not strings, bones, gunpowder, arrows, and zombie rotten flesh. And so this safe spot up here is a place where I can stay what they call AFK, or away from keyboard. And this safe room then allows the mobs all to come down, but I don't get harmed by anything. So I'm going to go out and see how many mobs there are. And oh my gosh, there are a ton. There's a limit to the number of mobs that can stay in one space, so if another one were to come down, they'd probably just despawn. But you see we've got creepers, we've got some skeletons and zombies up here. I'm going to get close enough that they can't see me, and I'm going to whack some of them. And because they've taken fall damage, it's usually only one hit and they're gone. And I'll hit them again, and I'll hit them again. You see I'm getting all these experience orbs that are coming up from the kills. And sure enough, that's giving me a whole bunch of stuff. Now I saw something drop there, which we'll take a look. Now here's a skeleton. He's wearing armor. He's got a bow in his hand. I saw a bone drop. There's another bone drop. You see, so when the mobs are killed, things drop. They go into this half block. They're picked up by the hoppers and sent down into the sorting system. We'll kill this last skeleton, then we'll go down and see what it is we got. And this is the bonus. First of all, I've had an increase in the amount of experience, and we'll use experience later to do enchanting and mending of things. But also, here in the chest, we've got some stuff that came down. So other than the other items, and there's still stuff coming in from the sorter, here's a chainmail helmet. You can only get chainmail off of mobs. You can't craft it. For some reason in the game, it's one of those things that you can't craft. And then here's a pair of golden boots that have protection 2 on them and feather falling 2. So this is like if you drop from a higher spot, you'll take less damage. You can go up to feather falling 4, believe it or not. Another set of golden boots that you could use to repair these two if you put them together on an anvil. I got a carrot, and we'll do stuff with the food in a little bit, because I know up to this point we haven't done anything about food. We've got to, stay out of the hunger zone so that we don't take hits to our hearts. And a pair of enchanted golden leggings with fire protection 2 on them. So these are the extra things that dropped out. Now also, here in my own inventory, because I was close enough to those items, there was an arrow, a leather tunic, so leather body armor, and 3 bones. We saw some of them jump in the air, and if you're close enough to them, instead of going down into the hoppers and sorter system, they might just go into your own inventory if you have space. So just from running overnight, we've got all these really cool items. You can craft arrows, but you cannot craft bones. You can use bones for some other cool stuff. We'll get to some of those fun things later, and it can help you with things like gardening and getting food. So if you're going to have a mob spawner, there's 2 things you can do. You can grind up the mobs and see what they drop. That's fine. You can have a system where they fall on cactuses or have their heads in lava, and they just drop whatever items are, and your system can pick up those items. Or you can let them drop onto a platform like this, and then when you go to take them out, you'll get experience and you'll get some of the items. And especially if you have a sword with like a fortune on it, as I do. You see my sword has looting 2, not fortune, looting. So when you hit an enemy, you've got more chance of taking the item from them. That's what looting does for you. So if you're going to build a mob farm, do one of those 2 things. Either grind them to get items and let it run all the time, or you can have them be mobs that are on a platform that you can take out. You get experience and some of the items. So there it is. Have fun playing Minecraft.